are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord.
So I always state and want to remind you that the need of a male are different from that of a female. We need different things. So a male needs different things from the female. So the male is expected to understand the needs of the female and vice versa, so that each of them will function in a marriage. So if you don't understand the need of this man and provide the need of this man, or you don't understand the need of this woman and provide the needs of this woman, then you will force each other to malfunction in the marriage. So in other words, it will not work. If it is not functioning, it is not functioning.
Yeah.
If it is not working, it is not working. Now, for you now to be happy, you must take the need of each other as primary importance in that marriage. So the need of the woman can be taken as primary importance. The need of a man is supposed to be taken as a primary importance by the man and by the woman in that marriage. So once you begin now to sideline your partner, what they need does not matter to you. You don't feel anything for them. Then I want to assure you there shall be trouble in that marriage. And the time will come when people become wicked. You don't care about each other. Now, your first assignment in marriage is to fulfill the needs of your spouse. I say that again.
Yeah.
Your first assignment in marriage is to fulfill the needs of your spouse. So there's some women who tell me, I have brought those children for you. Look at them. And still you don't respect me. And still you don't do this for me. Yes. Bringing children up was not primary. Bringing them up was not primary. Primary thing in that marriage is to take care of your husband. Primary thing in that marriage is to take care of your wife. Others will come. So some people have just left each other and they're not ready. You don't care what your husband needs. You don't care what your wife needs. So you have left each other to suffer, and your marriage is suffering a lot, because when you leave each other in trouble, this is not functioning. The marriage itself will collapse. You will never be happy and you will never enjoy. I say this. If you have a car, you want to travel, you want to go to a place, you don't give it fuel. Where it will stop is where you will stop. You don't move. It doesn't matter how bitter you become about your car, and it needs fuel. Shows you the gauge is written red. So nothing, empty.
It's indicating red.
The indicator is showing empty. So it doesn't matter how much you are angry. So there are women who are angry with their husbands because they cannot function. There are men who are angry with their wives because they cannot function. And you are very bitter, and you accuse, and you say everything. It is wrong for you to blame the car because of stopping somewhere in the middle of a forest, and you wanted to reach a place so much, or you are dying to be there.
And you're stuck.
And you're stuck now. You call it a stupid car, you call foolish car, you call its name. The car will not move until you give what it's needed. It is wrong for you to blame a tree drying. You call it a stupid, foolish tree because the tree is dry and you have denied it water. It needs water to be alive.
Yeah.
So I want you to understand, sometimes our problems and our arguments are not realistic in marriage. They are not even genuine. Let me use that word term. You say, my wife can't do this. My wife is like this. My husband is like this. But what this man means to be a man, you have denied him.
Some say he's a grown up.
You don't understand some things. how they can really affect you. And somewhere you reach somewhere and ask, what's wrong with me? It's because you did not take the need of each other as primary important. Anyone who takes the need of each other as a primary important honors that person, and that person feel honored. If you take my needs as priority and you start working around the clock to make sure that I am comfortable, I am okay, I'm doing okay, and you are there to make sure that it's happening, then I feel honored. That's how you feel honored. You feel you're loved. You feel somebody takes care of you. You feel you are not alone. Some couples, even they cannot, even when they wake up at night, they cannot cover their partner. Their partners will draw blankets. Even now it's very cold. Say, to hell with you. You are drawing blankets like I'm teaching you how to sleep and grown up. And you can't.
Oh God.
You leave those things there. And this person gets a problem. You can't take care of each other. Some of you, even when somebody drops something and it's there, you will not move it until this person comes. My friend, take that shirt where you kept it. Take it off. Put it in the right place. You know the right place. You're not a child. You cannot be dealing with the children and dealing with an adult. And this becomes difficult in a marriage. A wife feels ignored. She needs something, you're not paying attention. You cannot look at her and say, your hair looks not good. Go and now make and give her money. She'll know you are taking care of her. She will understand that you care. Some even don't ask each other, have you eaten? When you come just like that, you don't care. Even when you meet the food, you can eat everything. You don't ask, have you eaten? Are you okay?
No. You have entered in a sensitive place, territory, because when people, especially in marriage, there are different stages of life. You can meet yourself.
Don't forget we are saying the first assignment in marriage is to fulfill the needs of your spouse.
Yes. Now you have touched on something, and this mostly it's a weakness that is in men. Maybe I'm a wife, and what we have in the house is not even enough for everyone. And because now you are my husband, I can just serve children something very little, and I can stay without eating. And the better part of the food, a lot of it, because you are the man of the house, I just package, or I can put something that is good for my husband. And there are men who come, their wives serve them, and they sit next to them.
They eat and finish.
This woman has not eaten anything because the food was not enough. And this man just eat, even without asking the wife whether she has eaten, whether she is comfortable. Then the next thing is just that woman to pick the plate, go and wash, and the woman may look at this man and shake her head and wonder what type of a man.
I may not blame the man much there. I blame communication and openness in that relationship. Because the woman should be transparent and say, this food is for us, the two of us. I kept it so that we eat together. Not serving me everything.
For us, and I know you will not even be full.
Yeah, you know, it's little, but I have not eaten. And you are open. You speak. Because that's where openness works now in a marriage.
Yes.
But if you're not open, then you keep on blaming this man. It's like you are testing the man. And the Bible says, lead not us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So no, you should deliver your husband from evil, not lead him into temptation. By telling him the truth. You tell the husband, this is what we have. And this is what I have not eaten, children have eaten. We had little food today, you understand? Because there is openness, the man will understand. And will understand this is out, and you will eat together. But if you keep quiet, you serve him the whole food, and then you watch him eat. Some have very big appetite for the food in a way. they will eat and they don't remember to ask you if you have eaten. But it's always wise also
To ask.
to ask.
That's what I
Even if a person has
emphasize.
eaten,
Yes.
it's always wise to ask. Have you eaten? Darling, have you eaten? Can you help me? And you can even try to give this person food, even if she has eaten. So that is also to be romantic and to show kindness. And the woman would like that. And because they may cook and fail to eat. But when you show that kindness, you are blessed. Now, let me emphasize on this. Your first assignment as a man in marriage is to fulfill the needs of your spouse or your wife.
Yes.
And the first assignment of our wife is to fulfill the needs of the husband. So before you become a mother, you become a wife. So you need to understand that. You play wife. It's wife who makes mother, not mother who makes wife. So if you have failed, it's husband who makes father. So men, they fail in the part of husband. And that is where they fail to graduate and become the father. Because it is a husband who makes father. You become a husband before you become a father. And that's a responsibility given to you. And therefore, and also you become a wife before you become a mother.
Oh, yeah.
And this man is the one who will make you a mother. And this woman is the one who will make you what? A father.
Yeah.
And you can be able to be now to be this and to have a children. I see some women celebrate children more than their father. See, this is one made me to be called a mother. That's a lie. It is not your son who made you to be called a mother or your daughter. It is your husband.
Yeah, he's the source.
He is the source.
Yeah.
So you see that because of that, you are called. So you need to take care of this man even more than a child. Now, I want you to understand this. If you want your spouse to function effectively, you must understand and fulfill his or her needs. You must understand and fulfill them. So there are some people who are not taking even time to understand what this man needs, what this woman needs, and they are just going there, and they are not caring, and still you come to complain. You say, this man is not serving me the way I want. This woman is not what I wanted. Because it's not functioning. It's not what you wanted. Now, don't give your spouse what you need. That's a mistake. You will be frustrated, and totally the two of you will also be frustrated. Why? You have opposite needs. This is the things we covered when we are talking about the needs.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want us to understand that when the husband is given what he needs to function, he will function definitely. And when the wife is given what she needs to function, she will function definitely. There are those people who are performing under stress. They are performing under stress because the supply of what they need is very limited.
Yeah.
And therefore this person is training in that relationship. So relationship begin to become strenuous when the need, what you need to be where you are supposed to be, is not there. Now, it's like this. You expect your daughter to perform very well in school and get her A. You're not paying school fees. You are not buying school uniform. There is no food at home. And then, every moment you get an opportunity with this daughter or son, you send them to other work. And then the exam comes out, you ask, what is this kind of grade you're bringing to me? And say, foolish, you call the son or the daughter foolish. If you never provided what was needed, then it's wrong for you to begin arguing. You have left your cow unattended. No water, no grass. And in the evening, even if it's the best grade, you are carrying the very big bucket to go and milk. When the cow sees you, wonders what you are coming to do. Because there is nothing you can get there, because milking is killing that time now. Because there is no life you have released. But when you give it grass, you give it everything, milk itself will begin to press. So when you milk, you are relieving the cow. The cow is happy that you have milked.
That's true.
Because the milk itself is becoming a problem now. So when you show your husband honor, love, respect, I want to tell you, you will be dealt with until you will be saying, hey, I am the most lucky person in this world. I am the most blessed. But once you deny him what he needs, he will treat you in a way that you regret, you don't want. And you will say, this is a wicked man. No, not a wicked man. You can call a cow a wicked cow, and it's you who never gave it grass and water, and there was no milk. It's unfair for me even to stand and complain about my wife when I have failed to give her what she needs as a woman. Some people are right when they say, ask you, what have I not done? Sometimes they may have a choice, a wrong choice of things that I have given unto you, thinking they are satisfied. Like one man who built a very good house for the wife, a good farm. There was a lot of things, coffee, everything, workers, cows, and they are paid every month. But for 4 months, the man does not step at all. The wife does not see. They just talk. Then they continue. And the wife used to stay with this man day by day. And after some years, the wife says, I want to divorce. And why do you want divorce? It's because I don't get what I want. And the man says, I have done everything. Who asked the house like yours? Who asked ABCD? The woman said, you are true. But I miss you. I did not marry the house. I did not marry this. I married you. Yeah. Minus this, I loved you. So that is why the most important person in me is missing. It's you. And this will lead to many problems in many marriages when you don't understand. And now, my dear, I want us to understand this.
Yes.
There is this mistake of couples assuming when my husband is not doing this to me, he is doing it to somebody else.
Yeah, the wrong
assumption.
Pattern, yeah.
Let me give an example. A couple got married in a certain town here. These people lived together and they worked together and they were happy until they became rich. When they became rich and they could not just handle the wealth like that, they required servants, they required this. The wife had to resign formally for working with the government and resign. To be specific, she was a high school teacher. She had to resign. Join her husband in the business because the business was doing very well, paying more than TSC. So she could not continue stay there. But what happened? The wife was the one managing the stores, managing the distribution, the husband managing the sourcing. Wow. So the husband would source, come with the things, those tenders and what is the one doing that. So the man, when he goes out, most of the time he was coming late at night. He would come maybe around midnight. Then from there, he is given information. What is needed, what is needed to supply, what is needed there. Accounts. He would look at the reports, and by the time he sleeps, it's either 2 a.m. earliest 3 a.m. and he needs to be awake by 5. So that to go and make sure that everything, go through the office, plan everything in the office, then go and begin to do other things. The wife works there around. She closes the work at the right time. She comes home, refreshes, waiting for the husband. Comes again, mathematics and all this. So months and months, the woman would not have any affair with the husband. So in this case, the lesser busy blames the busier one.
Yeah, of course.
So this woman began now to feel it's like where the husband is going.
He has somebody.
He has somebody. Because this man comes, promises something. The time he goes to bed, he just put himself there.
Very tired.
Very tired. He cannot wake up until that time. And he is waking up. So when the wife touches the man, says, darling, I am waking up this at this time. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and it becomes nature of their life. That becomes a daily thing and becomes their nature. So the wife felt, instead of opening up, felt that her husband is being satisfied somewhere else. And what did she do? She started looking for a way of satisfying herself. And that's the wrong advice.
Yeah.
She went and got someone, a man that was available, readily available, had no money, but available. So the woman would come and spend time with the man. So within a short time, the man knew something is wrong. Then he investigated it and then realized it was true. The wife was cheating. And therefore, from that hour or from that moment, the man became so bitter. So bitter to the extent that he refused to forgive the wife. The wife said, I did it because I thought, because you have not touched me 1 year without touching me. We sleep once, even a year, once 6 months. And also I have those means. So the man says, because of the betrayal, I cannot forgive you. And he divorced the wife. And the marriage broke, just like that.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you give us advice, because now, if a woman sees the man is busy, what is she supposed to do?
First of all, begins by saying that the word of God is very clear. The blessings of God maketh rich, and addeth no sorrow.
Yeah.
If people go up unexpectedly, they are unable to undo some things. They are unable to program themselves. That is why preparation is always very important.
Yeah.
You have seen even many people go up in ministry unexpectedly. They are confused somehow. If you are not careful, blessings can confuse you, and that is not the will of God. That's why the word says, "The blessings of God maketh rich and addeth no sorrow." Now, whenever you engage yourself into programs that are busy, we have been talking that here in this program. You are supposed to know on how to manage whatever you are doing. You are supposed to program yourselves, because if you fail to program yourselves, you are planning to fail. Anything that does not is not programmed, it can fail anytime. Now, when it comes to a woman, and you have entered into a process, the man is busy and you are busy. It is always good. It is always good when you see you are losing the grip. We are becoming too busy, such that we are being separated. Our relationship is threatened. It is good to sit down and to discuss. It is good to point out and to point things with all humility and in love. You tell your husband, my dear, you are going and the way things are happening, I don't see us heading well. You speak out your heart, and you speak out what is happening, and you become open, because openness, we taught it as a topic here. Openness, it is something that will preserve your marriage. But the moment you keep quiet and you assume my husband is busy, and they are men because the nature of men is they were given work. Adam was given work in the Garden of Eden. So men, they love working, and separating a man from work, it is one of the toughest thing. It is one of the hardest thing. But the moment you come into whatever he's doing, and you chip in whatever he's doing, that is why you are a helper. If this man is caught up, there are people who want even to wait for the last shilling, the last person to come, and they sell something so that they can collect that single shilling. You need to be a good helper. You help this man, and you help him in love. You show him on how to balance. And sometimes when you are showing him on how to balance, you need to go and engage yourself in whatever he's doing. So if this person comes late at night, begin to encourage him to come early. There are some things that he can try to separate himself with. There are some things that he can avoid, and that business will not go down. It is the matter of programming. And when he comes home, he has come home late, there are things that can wait. He can come home, refresh, then you rest, you sleep, and if it's waking up, you wake up earlier together. Then you give the update before he leaves. But now, if you come and I begin all the books of account, the systems and whatever.
The home has become an office.
Yeah, you
an office.
Yeah, you have.
We are working from home, but
it's not in an unhealthy manner. So there are things that can be done, but you do them in a wise way. If a person comes at midnight, that's not the time to be given the account of the business. That's the time to refresh. That's the time to relax, and you do whatever you want to do. If it is waking up, you wake up together early, either 30 minutes before time. If this person is preparing himself, he prepares, then you sit together. This is what we did yesterday. This is what our business did. This is what we achieved. He lives knowing that this is the level of our business. But not a person coming at midnight. Then you wake up, you begin to give updates. You all collapse. So it requires wisdom. Secondly, it requires that ability to be open to your spouse. You are open to him. You don't live the life of assumption simply because this man is complaining he's tired. Yes, he can be tired. It is in order for somebody after a busy day.